Hello and welcome back to the UK National Championships 2018. We are here in the finals. Matt, it's pretty exciting.
Yes, it's been an incredible weekend, and at the top of the pile we see Finn Bakewell piloting Pendulum, Magician, versus Thomas Rose playing Burning Abyss, Secus Light. It's almost like this is the finals for the 2016 National Championships, if I'm honest.
It's
completely
really
unexpected. Two rogues climbing all the way through the field. Second largest national championship in Europe, and these two decks rose through the whole pile to become here in the finals.
Yeah.
The question we're waiting to ask is, will Thomas, well, you see Thomas rose to the top, but will he cross the finish line? I got a rider for that.
Let's take a look at how we got to this finals. Let's have a look at the top 64 meta breakdown. So, as expected, we had so much Trickstar Sky Strikers, and yeah, we spoke about this last round, but yeah, just so many, as expected though, as expected.
Yep, there was the strongest deck going into the weekend, to everyone's knowledge. A lot of strong players sitting on that deck with really high win percentages and a significant number of tournaments played.
Yeah, as we move through the top cut down to the 32, the 16, you could see that the Sky Strikers are sticking around. That's, you know, they're really the bulk
that
of
was
the
less
the
than
meta
half
breakdown.
of them lost, and that going from top 64 to top 16.
Yeah, and then down to the top 16,
32.
still the same kind of level of loss. And then we got all the way down to the semi-finals, where there were 4 different decks in the semi-finals. Connor Zhao versus Thomas Rose.
Actually, Finn Bakewell and Jordan Gallagher, I need to make a correction in some of the stuff we were saying during Connor and Tom's last game. So, for some reason, because I am extremely tired, I had it in my head that there was a damage deficit that was going to be attacked into. But what had happened, and for those of you that caught it on the stream, good job, is that Lilybell had already attacked that turn, so there was no way that Connor could execute the loop. He actually made a mistake, which cost him the game.
Yeah,
it wasn't a life point deficit thing, which I was saying, so I do apologize for that.
Anyway, so that's in the past. I think that it's time for the finals.
Yeah, honestly, I think, well, the dice roll is incredibly important in this game with things like Notoria Beast to consider, but Purple Poison Magician outing it, as well as some other options.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Finn should just stick to the game plan and see how it goes.
Yeah, let's not wait any longer. Let's get over to the table. So, as we can see, both of these players, huge win rate.
Yeah, but take a look at the difference in the number of games played, 148 versus 44. But Finn has gone to the World Championships on the back of Pendulum, and here he is again with Pendulum.
Yep. Let's begin the game. Let's see these guys duke it out for this championship. Nice handshake there. And Finn won the die roll. However, his opening hand is no less than atrocious. It's 3 Ash Blossoms, Pot of Desires, and Harmonizing.
And it doesn't get better because Pot of Desires gets ashed.
Yeah, so Thomas starting with similar...
Oh, he passes. So Thomas was terrified of actually being forced to go second. Yeah, well, he's not resolving...
yeah, so that actually ends Thomas's turn.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he can summon Liebig, and then...
He's got Phoenix Rhino Warrior, and then Dante.
Oh, he must have drawn the Phoenix Rhino, so yeah, but assuming...
And then he can also use Secus Light in the graveyard as well.
Yeah, so yeah, he has got a little bit to do here, but not an optimal start.
Oh, Thomas is going to get one of his favorite setups off of this, right? There's the graph.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, that actually improves things quite a bit.
Yeah, that gets him up to his Beatrice.
It's interesting that before this game, these guys said that they believe that the die roll is going to decide it, when in reality, Finn got to go first here, and...
Yeah, dropping that opening hand of just to 3 Ash Blossoms and Pot of Desires, which just got immediately Ash from Tom's 2 Ash opening. That's harsh. You can see
Finn is pretty upset right now.
Yeah. But hey, it happens. Sometimes bricks are drawn.
Yeah, it's got to happen at some point.
I had Finn favored, especially he won the dice roll, so it should have made it should have made for an excellent setup for him. But now we're going to see Tom going for his preferred setup of Beatrice. which can then get him his Fairy Tale Snow.
So yeah, Tom's starting with
defense
what he
mode.
wants.
No, he makes his attacks and then he makes Beatrice in defense mode at main phase 2. And Finn reveals his hand and picks up his cards. Tom's laughing.
Yeah.
They actually, right before this, they were arguing over who gets to sit in the left seat because they're both convinced it was lucky.
Yeah. Well,
And now Finn just finds out that seat is very unlucky.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So Finn, unfortunately, taking a swift loss there to his own deck just not showing up. And Tom immediately coming in, and I just saw him putting down the Winged Dragon Ross Fear mode for consideration. That was rough.
Yeah, that was pretty savage.
Sometimes that's just how it goes, and Thomas Rose's hand wasn't exactly great, but then he's just all of a sudden, oh, one card fixes the whole thing. So yeah, we'll see how the side deck is. Voting best match is probably not something you're siding for, whereas Tom might actually be considering pendulums as part of his thing. He's got the anti-spell fragrances in his deck that can work with him. He's got Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbits as well. Winged Dragon of Ross Fear mode also useful. Vanity's Fiend, another useful card against Pendulum. Purple Poison Magician can out it, but again, it's another card that stops Pendulums from doing exactly what they want to, because no one in this tournament was really playing Solemn Strike to deal with that. So yeah, well, I imagine for future tournaments, NAWCQ, that Solemn Strikes are going to be coming straight back into side decks, maybe Unending Nightmares even being considered. Granted, I'm not sure if Unending Nightmare is great when it can get outed by Purple Poison Magician, or a lot of the Magicians do other things, but
Yeah.
against Pendulum you can just literally give up as much life as you want to make sure that they don't ever assemble a reasonable scale.
Yeah.
And Draw and Lockbird and Effect Veiler have been drawn for Thomas Rose in his opening hand. Finn probably drawing something a little bit more serviceable this time.
Yeah, it's 5 Pendulum Monsters. Pendulum Monsters are good.
Thanks for the analysis, Luke. 5 Pendulum Monsters. Good.
Yeah, it's good.
He's got Supreme Dragon, Dark Worm. He did draw his Time Gazer Magician, which is not great.
Time Gazer, he's got a second Dark Worm.
The second Dark
Dragon,
Worm's a
Yankee
problem.
Magician. Yeah, they're actually not great.
That's actually not a great Pendulum hand.
Tom does have Tour Guide, Effect Veiler, Draw and Lockbird, BLS, Scam.
Yeah, so Draw and Lockbird probably coming down here. Yep. Now Finn has to consider where does he go from here. He's on a draw, and there's also Tom also has an Effect Veiler, but Finn doesn't know about that yet. He still has plays open to him though.
I don't think so. He had such a limited hand there.
Yeah, oh, he's putting the Dark Worm in the scale and the Gate 0.
Maybe he can just Pendulum summon his whole hand.
Yeah, and then
Go from there.
no, just a Time Gazer. Tributes both of them. Oh, sends them both back for Electromite. Electromite's now going to try and fix his hand, but Tom is going to Effect Veiler immediately. And that puts his Light Monster in the graveyard. And Tom gets playback now. Tom drawing for the turn. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. He starts with Tour Guide. Oh wow, that's really good with the Blackluster Soldier in his hand and the Effect Veiler that he's already used.
Yep, absolutely.
I feel quite bad for Finn. Both of his hands have been really subpar in this final match after playing so well over this whole weekend.
Yeah, this really feels like it's going to be a bit of a stomp, I must say.
Yeah, sometimes luck does make the final decision, regardless of how good your deck was for the weekend. Because here, Tom has his setup that he wants. He also just hit a another Blackluster Soldier and a Winged Dragon of Raw Sphere mode that he just sent to the graveyard.
And we were just completely wrong about who we thought were favoured in the matchup.
Well, Finn was favoured. He just he won the dice roll as well, so everything was sort of set up where his deck is so consistent that it should have went off. But he drew one of the very, very few unplayable hands, and his only way of making that hand go anywhere was resolving that Pot of Desires, which Tom had the Ash for.
Yep. And then in the second game, same again. Finn just didn't really have the
hold on, that's bad. He's just shrunk the attack of Electromite, and now he's coming with Blackluster Soldier. Blackluster Soldier is 6,000. Beatrice hits as well, and Underclock Taker hits, and it's just as fast as we started, it's over, and Thomas Rose is the UK national champion.
Wow.
In less than 8 minutes, that final is decided. Wow, that's so bad for Finn. His deck did not show up for him in that game.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Let's talk a little more about it in our post-match discussion. You blinked and you missed it.
That was really unfortunate. I was hoping for a massive clash there, but
yeah, so was I. But
Finn's deck just said, "It's been a long weekend, guys.
Yeah, time to clock out early."
I'm checking out, and the Ash Blossoms were like, "No, we're on your side. We're on your side." And he's like, "No,
yeah,
guys, this isn't helpful." Oh man, I feel really bad for Finn coming all this way with the Pendulum strategy and then just not getting anywhere in that final game.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's dissect that a little more. I mean, his opening hand in the first game was 3 Ash Blossoms, Pot of Desires, and a Harmonizing Magician.
Just going absolutely
there's nowhere to go with that.
No, your only hope is that Pot of Desires resolving.
It is the Desires, yeah.
Just not going to happen. And Tom's hand wasn't incredible.
No, it really wasn't. Finn's was even worse.
Yeah, Finn's was just slightly worse, and that just gave Tom the edge he needed to press so much damage. As we know, BA are quite comfortable throwing grenades through open doors.
Yeah.
And
Dante, big 2/5, and then
we got to have the Saka's Light Burning Abyss winning the national championship. We got to see it quite a few times on the stream. Yeah. Incredibly original brew from Thomas Rose.
Yeah, absolutely. I bet people are going to be at home rewatching over and over those matches to try and figure out his exact build.
Yeah. We'll see if he shares it in one of the deck profiles that the community put up.
Yeah. And then let's go on to that second game. I mean, Finn opened 2 Dark Worms, the Time Gazer Magician, Oath Dragon, and Yankee Magician.
Yeah, just another hand going absolutely nowhere. No. Especially when there was a Droll and Lockbird and Effect Veiler.
Yeah, Droll and Lockbird, Effect Veiler, and Tom then had Tour Guide.
Yeah, then Tour Guide.
And BLS.
And then he sends the top 3 cards to the graveyard and he's like, oh yeah, I've definitely got Lights and Darks. We're good with BLS. Underclock Taker, shrink your guy. BLS hits you twice. And walks away with the national championship. That's just absolutely incredible. That brings Tom's really successful tournament career, adds another notch to it. YCS Liverpool winner, now a national champion.
Yeah. So
unfortunately, he's not playing the WCQ this year.
No.
But yeah, that's a really good end to the season for Tom. Yeah. Incredible run with a very original deck that no one saw coming. And I guess the buyouts are going nuts on the internet right now.
Yeah, Seka's Light.
Everybody sat at home going, oh wow, this how much does this change everything? Abyss Dweller definitely going to be coming back into extra decks. Actual hate for Burning Abyss going to be resurging. Yeah. But yeah, and the good news with that is that you also have the Mermail deck that also went really deep into this tournament. Yeah. That also gets countered by the Abyss Dweller. So it's like you can cover the second matchup with it. But I'm sure there's other options you could be playing, like Call to the Grave and various things, but you're going to have to consider the Seka matchup for the tournament. Okay, so I've just been told, so we do have Thomas Rose ready for an interview, but we're going to be back in just a minute. We're just going to let him finish dabbing, and then he'll be right on for you guys. Well, here are the event highlights. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
And we're live with the winner of the UK National Championships 2018, Thomas Rose. How does it feel, man?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty big. Yeah.
So now that you've won a National Championships, that means that you're now a YCS winner and a National Champion winner.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Like, it was been the most fun weekend. Like, I've been playing the cards that I wanted to play. It was all just a little bit of kitchen table theory. It's like, oh, this works well. Yeah, okay, I'll play it at Nationals. And yeah, it worked.
Now, in that last game, you did completely smash. There was just the complete look. I just came in just before you started doing your final moves, and the look on Finn's face was just one of complete devastation as you bought a board. And then when you said, I think that's about 10,000 damage, he did not look happy. I mean, how was the game for you? Just in there right there. I know game two didn't last that long.
Yeah, well, it wasn't as much me as he had some really tragic opening hands. And yeah, it's like, I didn't stop to add it up in that second game. I was like, that's a lot more thousands than you have left, so that'll do.
Did he actually show you his opening hand for the first game?
Yeah, he laid it all out on the tables. He had like triple ash and then 2 harmonizing. It's like,
oh no, he was the harmonizing and the desires that you then were
yeah.
able to just go no.
But his draw for the second turn was another harmonizing when he scooped it up. So like, bad. Yeah, sometimes your luck runs out. I was fortunate I had that happen to me in the Swiss rounds, not in the top cut.
Well, also, I do know that you were trying to get that left-hand seat because it was lucky as well.
Oh yeah, I'd been sat in the same seat for all of my features up until that last one. I was like, no, that's the lucky seat. And then I got hit with the old switcheroo, and you're like, no, you're on this side. Turns out I drained all of the luck out of that seat. I needed to be on the other side, and I got it. It was
unfortunate for Finn there, but very lucky for you.
Yeah. Yeah, blessed right-hand seat.
So you took Burning Abyss all the way to the final. What year is this?
It's Dante's cat. He's my little my little lucky guy. So yeah, like obviously I've played some Burning Abyss before. We don't have Terratop anymore, so I needed to find some new tour guide backup. And yeah, like when you've got a normal summon that's your choice of Dante or Materia Beast, it's gonna go somewhere.
Oh yeah, definitely. How have you enjoyed the weekend? Have you enjoyed the Nationals?
Yeah, I've loved it. I've loved playing Rescue Cat every single time. Like, that card got banned a few weeks after I started playing competitively, and this is the first time that I've been a competitive player and I've been able to build a deck with Rescue Cat, and yeah, it's just been great. Like, I've had such a fun time here. The venue's been cool. Like, all of the feature matches have been really fun, even though I did start off a bit shaky with some heavy misplays. But yeah, I've learned how to play the deck over the weekend. It's got better. I've drawn a lot of BLS. I've summoned like 2 or 3 every match or something, and like 3,000's just too much attack.
It's a lot of attack.
And
there's a reason why he was on the unlimited list for a long time.
When people don't respect, like I had a match yesterday where I think it was round 1. I milled 3 cards, and my opponent was like, "Ha, you've milled your BLS," and I'm just sat here with a BLS in my hand, like. You were about to get shook, my friend.
Oh, man. So, now that you've taken Nationals, you're going to go take yours?
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to play this one, unfortunately, but maybe next year.
Maybe next year, yeah. Definitely. So then you'll have YCS Nationals and Euros under your belt.
Yeah, and then once I've got Euros, qualification for Worlds, get full set.
Yeah, definitely. You're just collecting the accolades. Is there anything that you want to say to your fans out there?
Yeah, well, firstly, I've got to shout out my girlfriend. She's turned up today for the end of the tournament. She's been cheering me on. And yeah, just thanks to all the guys that came out with me and have been supporting me over the weekend. It's been great. Cheers, everyone.
I believe that this belongs to you, so I'll just hand this to you here. There is your prize card and your trophy. Whilst you hold those, let's throw it back to our commentators one last time. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you, Robert, and thank you, Thomas.
Cheers. What an excellent end to the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was insane. I feel really bad for Finn for not getting the opportunity to really go for it in that last game, but yeah, all the power to Tom taking a concept all the way to delivery and just shaking the metagame right now.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see how this how this affects the WCQ. That was super cool.
Yeah, I can't believe that, honestly.
It's just pretty hard to stick to the game plan when you draw free ash.
Yeah, I must say that I really hope that Finn gets to this point in watching the feature match, because I feel like I wouldn't
rewatch this.
No, I wouldn't. But if Finn is watching, you played amazingly over the weekend,
Yeah.
and that last match is definitely not representative of
you,
how he played or how his deck performed. It really was.
Finn was phenomenal this weekend. We saw him in his feature matches, and he
Yeah.
absolutely a fantastic player, and he gave it a very good run, and ultimately luck just abandoned him at the moment he needed it
Yeah,
the
the
most.
very last minute. Yeah, exactly.
But all the respect to Finn, and if you do run into it at WCQ, you should absolutely be respecting his Pendulum builds.
yes, absolutely. Just the fact he's able to just come up with these combos out of the back of his mind. He's just, yeah, it's amazing.
It's going to crash the stream here, guys.
Oh, hey.
I don't know if you know, but our writer just came up and said that you missed one of the puns.
Oh, I did?
And it's that Finn did completely phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Just thought I'd come in here for that. See you guys.
All right, well, I thought Robert was going to stay for the final bit.
Thanks, Robbie. We appreciate everything you've done for us
But
this weekend.
from us here in Birmingham, from the UK National Championships, thank you to all of our judges, all of the staff.
A special shout out to our head judge, Ryan Bailey.
Yeah, who's just he stood over there. So yeah,
Great job this weekend, guys, and
Yeah.
thank you for joining
Jarvis
us
and
so
Woodhouse,
much.
the tech team, and yeah, everybody at home.
And Quick Play Events as well for also organising such a great event.
Yeah, it's been absolutely fabulous. The largest nationals ever. And then in just a couple of weeks' time, we're going to be back from Berlin to find out who is going to go to the World Championships. We hope that you guys will be there.
And you've got the NAWCQ next weekend to keep you warm if you're getting ready for the EU WCQ. Best of luck to everybody in attendance, and we hope you take something away from this event into your next tournament.
Any final words, Matt?
Just thank you all. It's been great. We're gonna go to Cheeky Nando's before it closes.
Yes,
If you don't know what that is, just Google it. And yeah, from me, that's everything.
Yeah, well, once again from me, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys very, very soon.